And we are live. Welcome. Chasing Sunshine by Veronica here. Day 15. You got it. Can you even believe that I have been live for 15 straight days? Thanks to Miss Melanie Mel from The Colored Caboose Creations. Yeah. Thank you, sister. Well, like I said, I'm Veronica with Chasing Sunshine by Veronica, and tonight we are going to be finishing up a few little projects that I've been working on throughout the last 15 days. Yes, so I'm getting quite the collection of little things and I need to get them complete. If you guys pop on, don't forget to say hey, and where are you from? Who are you and where you're from? That's the request tonight. Super easy, pretty standard. Yeah. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. It is a warm one here in Northern California. Hi, Miss Laura. How are you? Yes, Las Vegas. I bet it's hot there too. Boy, even hotter than here, I bet. Okay, so what we're going to do today is this little radio. Remember this guy painted with milk paint, Sweet Pickens milk paint? I first did a coat of creamy, and then I decided to come in with flour sack. Don't ask me why, I just did. I don't know. Anyway, a couple little things. So it had been sitting here on this little table for a few days and I accidentally knocked it off onto the floor, busted the leg off, so I've had to repair it. And I did that this evening and then something happened. Something, you know, when you do those things and you think to yourself, I shouldn't do it, and you do it anyway? Yeah, that's what I did. I do that quite often. Hey, my daddy's in the house. Yes. And it's not so hot there, huh? I thank you guys all for jumping on tonight. Okay, let's get right back into it. So you see this little fancy dancy leg here? No. This one. No. This one. Oh my goodness. I was right the first time. Okay. Well, I cracked it because it broke off. One of the screws was still in there and it's super hard wood. So I tried to back it out and I broke the screw off. So instead of screwing a pilot hole in, I decided just to screw a screw in and crack the wood. So with that said, I'm going to have to pull that little guy off of there, glue it back together again, and put it back on. Whatever. I'll learn someday. So without further ado, I'm going to sand this little girl up a little bit. We're going to do a couple little tricks to it to make it gorgeous and beautiful, and I'm just going to jump right into it. So my daddy says Northern California, Trinidad. That's right, Northern California. So this is just basically a little sanding sponge, and you can wet distress this as well, but I just want to kind of get her done. I let the milk paint sit on there for a few days, and when you do that, the longer you let it go, the harder it gets and the more cured it gets. And so that's true with most paints. And so I just kind of want to go through and pull some of this paint off and make it look real beautiful. And then we're going to come in with some brand new stencils from Mara, from Jamie Ray Vintage, but Mara actually designed them. And I have not used it yet, so I'm pretty stoked about trying that. Hey, Papa, I guess you got a visit from the kiddos. How was it? Oh, lucky. Great grandchildren. How does it feel? It feels pretty good to be a grandma. I can tell you that much. Pardon the noise, guys. This will be over soon. Oh, get that. Just with a little bit of distressing, guys, I mean, it just really makes things pop, I think. A little bit of distressing goes a long ways. And you definitely don't want to do too much distressing because, I mean, it just depends on the overall look, I reckon. But I tend to try to do it where it would naturally wear over time because I'm basically trying to make it look authentically old. And I originally didn't think this was really an antique, but the more I look at it, the more I actually think it was an antique because it's got some pretty cool markings on it. It's from Jensen's Dynamic Speaker. So this actually isn't a stereo, it's just a speaker. Yeah. Jensen's Radio Manufacturing Company from Oakland, California. Pretty cool stuff. I do believe that you can see those screws there are newer versus the older ones. So I think that they actually put a new speaker in there is what happened. So yes, those little grandbabies are something else. It was such a nice little visit. In and out, super fast. Okay. And so you can do this many different ways. You can actually come, put your stencils on, your transfers on, and then come back and sand it all together. But I really don't like to sand my transfers too heavily. And I do like this. Oh, look at, there goes the leg. I do like this part distressed. So with that said, that's why I'm coming in and distressing this part now. And then I'll put the transfers on, and then I'll come back and maybe scratch it up just a little bit. I don't know. Oh, this is such a cute little speaker. So I had a great day today at work today. We had this thing called the Bike Rodeo, which is, I work for the Quartz Valley Indian Reservation. And we basically just had like a little mini fair, and we had different booths. My booth was water safety. So I went over some just safety topics while swimming and being around a water source. And they had to go around to each little booth and get a signature from all of the instructors. And then if they did, they got to go pick a prize off the prize table. And then they got to put their name in the hat for a brand new bike, the Bike Rodeo. And so I think probably about 10 bikes got raffled off today. And so it was a pretty cool day. They gave out free helmets to the kids. And tomorrow is another exciting day. We have a used water tender being delivered from actually Fortuna, believe it or not. Dad's coming from Fortuna. From NorCal Fire is the name of their company. I mentioned you because they were getting some flames put on a new engine. I said, oh, my dad does that. So I'm just kind of knocking the milk paint back a little bit. I actually did not get much chipping at all. Like it tried to chip just a little baby bit right there, but it didn't really chip much at all, like true authentic milk paint does. And because it's different. It's like you can't. Oh, the whole kitchen's moving when I do that. Old house, little old barn. What was I saying? Oh, so this wood here was, older and coarse, and so it really accepted that paint quite well. Okay, so I feel like that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, I'm going to stop there, and then I'm just going to give it a little 1-2 with this brush. And so, you probably shouldn't be flinging sawdust, paint dust all over your kitchen, but someday I'll get a shop. Someday. I did do something really exciting just recently. Oh, we got some more comments. How did you know news travels fast? Yep, the grandbabies did come for a visit because Kayla sent me a couple of pictures. Cute pictures. Aww. Yeah, she did. Let's see what I got here. Got my baby. I'll show you a couple of the little pictures she sent, which I'm sure you've already seen since you were actually there. There's my daddy and great grandbaby. Aww. Yep. They're looking at the flowers. First time my dad got to meet his great granddaughter. And there's my eldest baby. Yep. I hope you guys had a good visit. How's great grandma doing? Resting up, I hope. Okay, so back at it. All right. So now that I've got that done, I'm going to take this beautiful new stencil. Jamie Ray Vintage made it, and this is actually what it looks like right here. Right here. Right here. Oh boy, I'm all backwards. But basically, Mara designed these from Retail Therapy by Mara, and I just got it. And so I'm really excited to give this one a go. It's basically like a damask style, and we'll see how it goes, guys. Okay. I'm also going to be using Pennies from Heaven from DIY. This is a beautiful copper color. And I'm going to just use this. It's like iridescent-ish, like you can see through it. I mean, you can build it. It is buildable, but I'm going to use that stuff right there. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to use the number 10 stencil brush by Redesign with Prima. And I'm just going to use the stuff that's in the cap, guys. So once you put it on there, you definitely don't forget to offload. It's like a super important part of the process. I'm going to come way back here so you guys could see me work. Let's get this all lined up. I have a smaller table tonight because I just wanted to try a little different setup, and I put this tablecloth down so that the table wasn't so like blasting white and you couldn't even see the project. Okay, let's see what we got here. I feel like I'm going to go with kind of in the middle of that pointy area there, and then just go for it. I'm not going to glue it down or tape it down or anything. I'm just going to go right in. Let's see how it works out, guys. Actually, I wanted to try the swirl. I want to do the swirl. Let's see how the swirl works. I kind of didn't want to go all over the place. I want to go lighter and darker in some areas too. So I'm going to go a lighter hand right here, heavier hand right here, lighter here. So since I already went kind of heavy up top, I guess maybe I'll just fade down into lighter, like a kind of an ombre, going lighter all the way down. Since I didn't really think this through, I just jumped in, and that's pretty standard for me in life. You just jump in and figure it out, right? That's what I do. So I did something super, super cool today. I'm so excited. Whoa. I moved it, guys. I moved it. So the way you recover is you try to line it up the best you possibly can, and you don't fret, and you move on. I mean, what else can you do, right? You can't cry over spilt milk. So keep going. So Dion from the Turquoise Iris. If you guys don't know her, find her. She's amazing. Oh my word. And she's doing this, what is it called? Creative Retreat in October. And I've been on the fence for some time about going. Only certain people are invited to go. You have to be in this group called Creative Design. Is that what it's called? Creative Design. Something like that. Anyway, I am going. And it is almost $1,000. So it was quite a commitment, right? And not only the $1,000, but I also have to get like a room and a flight and all that stuff. But she broke it up into 3 payments. And so because of that, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And I did it today. I made my first payment, $307. Woo! And I'm really super stoked. The only bad thing is my other half is not going to go with me this time. He went with me to Debbie's place and to the boot camp, but he's deciding not to go to this one because he just sits in the motel. It's not really fun for him. But I I'm going. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Who do we have on? Who do we have on? Autumn. There you are. You are here. Thank you, Miss Autumn. Yeah, it was quite a commitment for me. I mean, I don't normally do this kind of thing, but I've decided that I am going to invest in myself and I am just going to do it, right? And so we're doing it to it. And my other half was talking about going to he likes this heavy metal stuff, you know? I do not like the heavy metal stuff. Actually, when he was first courting me, you know how you ask all the standard questions like, oh, what do you like? What don't you like? Blah, blah. And he liked heavy metal. And I was like, oh, that's nice. He's like, do you like that? Oh, I think I like everything except for that. So anyhow, you know, everyone likes something different. And so he might go to a heavy metal concert. I don't know. But I'm going to go spend some time with the lovely ladies and hopefully learn some things. Definitely learn some things. Who am I kidding? And I'm really, 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 really excited. Of course, I don't believe it until I'm actually there and it's happening because something always happens, right? But I'm planning on going. Made my first payment. Okay, so guess what today is? Can anyone guess? Anyone guess? Hi there. How are you? Thank you so much for popping on. Today, hey Dad, can you guess what today is? I'll give you one guess. Very special day today. What is it? You can do it. I shifted again. Oh my goodness sakes. That's me for you. I have to do like 50 things at a time. I can't ever just do one thing at a time. I don't know. Where do I get that from, Dad? Where do I get that from? Shift it again. Stencils are pretty interesting. I mean, if you're a perfectionist, I don't know. Maybe don't do it unless you're really, really good at the swirl. I'm not really, really good at it. But I like to do it, especially if you distress back. Everything looks okay. So these stencils are super thick, which I really, really, really love because, you know, stencils are made to be used over and over again. And sometimes these Damascus, I've had some from other retailers in the past. And when there's intricate detail like these, like this one right here, you know, when you're stenciling, when you're washing it, you oftentimes like bend them up and it ruins them. And so I'm finding that I'm just kind of really not being super, super soft with my touch at all. And it's not bending the little intricate, like, you know, these little guys sometimes bend up and it's not happening. So Jamie Ray Vintage stencils are really, really thick and amazing. And I do sell those little guys. I do sell them. ChasingSunshineByV.com. www. Is my dad gonna guess? Are you gonna guess what today is? Swirling does not work for you. You know? I don't know. This is how it turned out. I feel like it turned out okay. So see how I started real thick at the top and I kind of did a lighter hand, and I didn't try to get in every single nook and cranny. I was kind of trying to create that ombre fadey look because I'm planning on distressing it. So I went like, I didn't catch it everywhere. But again, it's just kind of like that worn look. That's what I'm going for. Yes. I'm wondering if I should wrap all the way around to here, though. Oh, that might be a catastrophe, but I'm going to try it. I feel like it's screaming to go all the way around. So let's see what we can do here. Okay. Dear Lord, please help me. Please help me. I got a very special surprise last night. So my other half, Jeremy, is on a fire here in Northern Cali. And it just happens to be on our forest. So it's, you know, right here close to home in the wilderness areas. And he was supposed to be gone for 2 weeks, right? Well, They hiked their little patooties in for 3 hours yesterday, him and his whole crew. Yeah, special day. Whose birthday is it, though? Whose birthday is it? It's August number 10. Whose birthday is that? I bet you know. It is someone that looks pretty similar to you. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Oh, so they hiked in 3.5 hours, something like that. And the helicopter was supposed to fly their gear in, like their sleeping bags and their MREs and stuff. Well, it was super smoky and they couldn't do it. And so they had to hike their little patooties right back out there at the end of the day. And then he snuck home and surprised me. And so he got to sleep in his bed for one more night. Yay! Back at it again this morning. So now I'm really not going to see him for 2 weeks. I'm trying to get our water tender from the tribe on these fires too, though. So I might be gone as well. Oh, man, I think this was a mistake. So if it's a mistake, it's a mistake. No big deal. You just let's see. What do? You keep going. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to keep going, guys. I can't give up. Don't do it, Veronica. Don't do it. Okay. So the problem I'm running into is it's a round surface, right? It's a twisty surface, and I'm not cutting this stencil. I just barely got it. And so I am just kind of improvising, figuring it out as I go. So it is Chance's birthday. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. So he is 21 today. My baby is 21 today. So 21 years ago, I gave birth to that little guy. Boy, 21 years ago, my baby. I just can't even believe it. Doesn't seem possible. Doesn't even seem possible to me. How does that happen? Time flies so fast. And then you have 1, 2, 3, you have like 6 grandkids. How does that happen? I don't know how it happened so fast. And so guess what Grandma does? She goes to art retreats. That's what she does. I just love being a grandma. So I have lots of different grandbabies and different families, and they all call me something different. I think I told you guys this story already, but I'm going to tell you again. So my little babies from Montana that were just here, they call me Kenna. And that it means grandma in Salish. And then I have some grandbabies in Montana as well, and they call me Nani. And then I have grandbabies here that call me Nani, and then I have another set of grandbabies that calls me Grandmama. So excited. Okay, guys. Yep, the 21. So switch to YouTube. So switching to YouTube. Thanks, Autumn. Check that out and see if that works, because I haven't been able to actually test it out while I'm going live. So now that I've got this on there, guys, I'm going to come back and I'm just going to, it's dry already. It's already dry. I'm just going to do a light distress. Light. Knock it down, knock it down. Knock it down, knock it down. You guys see what I'm doing here? Pulling back a little bit of that color. And so all of the little imperfections that I did are being washed away with a little bit of elbow grease and sandpaper. I like those noodles. Like that. And you can go in all directions, but I tend to like to stay with the grain of the wood. Just stuff that I learned in wood shop many years ago. liking it a lot. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't recommend doing this in your kitchen as far as the dust. But I'm a rebel. I like to create extra work for myself, I guess. Okay. So there's that. And then I'm not done yet. So the next step that I'm going to do is I am going to come in with these beautiful little, I just went ahead and tore that majigger off, didn't I? So I could tell you. This is called the Delicate Rose. Delicate Rose transfers. It comes in 3 sheets, 6-inch by 12-inch. And you get this from Redesign with Prima or from me. And you just use this handy dandy little popsicle stick and you rub them off. Okay, so with that said, I've got already some pre-selected little roses cut out, and we are going to just set it on. So I think I'm going to do this one right here. Yeah. So again, you should always seal this before you put these transfers on, but I'm not gonna do it. And so it may not work as you know, like it's supposed to. So let's see if you guys could see. I feel like it's pretty blinding. You can't see anyway, right? So I'm just gonna do it like this. So you just, again, rubba. I know I've shown you guys how to do this before. And you notice that I stick it off to the waist back and kind of wrapping around. Like I said before, it just creates that visual interest so that it's just not slabbed right in the middle of the piece here. And it just lets your mind like have the freedom of like imagination, and you can kind of visualize this thing growing all the way around the project. Yes. So I kind of fumbled that up just a hair because I got a little cray rubbing on it, and it peeled up. So a little bit of this transfer is peeling up right here. Let's just set it back down, guys. Set it back down and rub it in. No big deal. None whatsoever. Do not fret over the little things because there's plenty of other things to fret over in this day and age. Oh, you guys, thanks for popping on and being so supportive. I really appreciate it. Today is day 15, halfway there, guys. You know, so I feel like I've been pretty faithful with coming on. And so my next step in this endeavor, what are you working on? I missed the beginning. So that's from Miss Autumn. This is just an old speaker. It's actually, I feel like it's an antique speaker. Painted it with milk paint. And now I'm doing all this stuff to it. And I do believe that this speaker would still work because the wiring looks fabulous. Looks really good, honestly. I did kind of lay these out before we started, so I kind of have an idea where to put them just to save time, right? Again, this one's going to come from the back and wrap around the side here. What was I saying? I don't remember. So tomorrow, today is already Tuesday. Tomorrow is going to be Wednesday, getting the water tender delivered. And then on Thursday, I actually sold an old engine that we have just been paying storage on for a few years. And it's just sitting in storage. And so I've been tasked with getting rid of stuff that we're not using at the tribe and the fire department. And so sold that little guy. And they're going to come down, pick it up, and that'll be that day. Gosh, this week is just going by so fast. Oh, I know what it is. I was going to say something else super exciting that's going to happen soon. So one of my best friends that I grew up with is moving home. I'm so excited. She's going to stay with us for as long as she wants to until she finds a place, but she's already got a job, and I'm so excited about that. Yes. So lots of exciting things happening in my world. Yeah. I got to spend the day with most of my grandbabies this weekend. Oh, I forgot to burnish the other side. So you just basically take whatever you want. People usually take this piece of plastic and you rub. The fancy word is burnishing, but all it really is pushing the transfer down, pushing it down, making sure it's adhered in every which matter. Okay, so what do I want to do? Come down from the top. I kind of do like the way that looks. I feel like I'm just going to come down from the top on that little guy there. So that means I need scissors. Look how prepared I am. So I still have a few of you guys watching. You're so, what do I want to say? Amazing. Thank you for hanging out with me. So, I originally picked the 7-ish to come live because, my other half gets home around 6:15 and he likes supper straight away. And so I figured this would be a good time. However, if you guys remember from last night, I like to be in bed by like 8 o'clock max. And so that 7-ish has kind of been messing with my like sleep. And so I feel like I'm going to start going on a little earlier while he's on fire. So that's going to be around 6-ish Pacific Standard Time. So an hour earlier. I still cook for Grandpa, but I could cook earlier for him. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And then I could just actually don't go to sleep at 8 o'clock, but I like to go tuck in bed and watch YouTube and then fall asleep. That's what I like to do. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. I can't believe we got so much accomplished in this little live here. So excited. I'm not going to lie. I'm not 100% excited about the copper and the rose color together. It don't look bad, but I think I might just stress it back even a little bit more to have the copper a little more faint in color, it's pretty groovy. But yeah, I like it. I like it, guys. It's pretty okay. Yes. And then here's this side. Whoa. Make you guys sick yet? Yeah, that looks all right. I like it. I feel like it's missing something though, and I don't really quite know what yet. And so maybe I'll put some copper detailing a little bit here and there. And I feel like that's what I'm going to end up doing. But hey, that is that. And I kind of wanted to wrap this one up too. See, we've been on for, I can't see the clock. So this was last night's project, if you guys didn't catch it. So basically this was a piece of canvas that I got at a yard sale. And I sanded it, some of the texture off, and I went all the way through. And so I covered it with these molds that I made here, and I put some decoupage paper on. And now that the decoupage paper is dry, you just take a sanding block or a piece of sandpaper, and you just sand on those edges, and then peel it back, and it'll come off quite easily once you sand it enough. And now since this is canvas, you don't want to sand it too much and go all the way through like I did. Learn from my mistakes. Do it. And so then you just peel it right off. And that's that. And so I'll finish this off camera, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys the process. Sand it off. And that way when you're putting the decoupage paper down, you don't have to be so perfect and cutting out your decoupage paper to fit your subject. You can just go all the way over and then do it like that. So easy breezy, chicken peasy. And that's how that works out. And then I'm going to come back in with some gold or copper patina on the embellishments there. And that's going to be good to roll. So thank you guys so much for popping on. I really, really appreciate your time and all that good stuff. So tomorrow, around 6-ish. And it sounds like my papa is in favor of that, and we will do that then. We're going to try it tomorrow around 6-ish. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thanks again. Chase that sunshine, whatever that means for you. Bye.